You know, Wyatt had a good game last week. I wish Wilbon could have got a few more carries. And just sometimes in the RPO game, you know, the quarterback pulls it or throws it when he's supposed to read it. There's run plays called. It just doesn't work out that way. But I thought Wyatt ran the ball hard, and you know, those two guys, we don't have any qualms putting them in the game. It's just we got a pretty good 1-2 punch going right now, and so we're going to ride that unless something comes up, injury or something, where the next guy up mentality.
You guys have been on a little bit of a roll on the recruiting front. Has there been something that you've noticed that kind of sparked that?
Well, I think kids are seeing that we're getting better, and they see what we do schematically is something that is, you know, fun to play in. You know, I think the relationships that our coaches build with recruits is very good. You know, the passion that we have. Obviously, Nebraska sells itself in terms of what we have. I mean, when a kid comes to a game and sees 92,000 fans going crazy, I mean, you're not going to beat that anywhere in America. So it's us working very hard at it, and our players do a good job when they're hosting them, when they come up on visits, and they see the potential. You know, yeah, would we like to have a better record right now? Of course we would. But I think everybody could say that we're getting better, and we're fixing the things that have been shooting us in the foot, and recruits really are starting to see where their opportunities are, because this is a great place, whether it's a Nebraska kid as a walk-on or these scholarship kids that have a chance to come in here and get in the mix right away, because we're going to get this deal done. I promise you.
I mean, every kid's different, but what's maybe, if you're talking to somebody for the first time, what's maybe the first thing that you put in front of them about Nebraska that they need to know right off the bat?
Well, I mean, a lot of these kids don't know that we're the, you know, 5th or 6th all-time winningest program in the history of college football. We got to educate these kids, you know, letting them know that. And I start off a lot of that like that, and then I'm like, hey, listen, we have everything here for you to be a complete student athlete. Now we just got to go get some dudes. We got to go get some dogs in here that want to play and love football and are passionate and are from winning programs that can't stand to lose, you know. And so, you know, we're selling playing in schemes that are fun to play in, and coaches that are going to treat you right, love you up. Now we're going to discipline you when we need to, but we're not the group that's going to be out there cussing you out and downgrade you and everything, and people see that at the end of the day. We're not Heckle and Jekyll. You see one thing and then you show up and we're going to be different, because the word gets out on that if you're that way. We just don't operate, and that's, I think, been a winning edge for us. But we like where we're at recruiting-wise. We obviously have to finish. We just have to keep infiltrating players into this program that creates competition, the kids that love football, and that will help us get to where we want to get to.
What have you seen from him?
You know, I think Miles has gotten better, you know, throughout fall camp. You know, he showed on the one pass that, you know, he's got a nice burst. He's a guy that can run. The thing with him is he continues to develop in our program, is to learn the plays and be able to play at the level that we need him to in terms of, you know, his speed, because he is a guy that is a good weapon. So that was good. It was good. You know, we got him and a few other guys out there, which was nice this past week.
You're facing a team coming off a bye. Is it pretty much a given you're going to see some new looks or some new wrinkles?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, they've had an off week, and you know, they obviously didn't have a very good taste in their mouth. So I'm sure there was a lot of Oklahoma drills and physical stuff for them. So we expect that they're going to come out with their hair on fire, and we got to be able to you know, be ready to match the intensity, because they're going to come out swinging. There's no doubt.
How do you kind of Ohio State present the run game for you guys?
Well, they do some different things. You know, their D-line is very athletic. You know, they can really run. You know, their linebackers get downhill and they do different things. You know, so you know, we have our work cut out for us, but you know, we're getting better each week, and you know, so for us, we have to keep working on our execution piece. I think we're more prepared to go into a game like this compared to a few weeks ago going up to Michigan. So, but you know, hey, at the end of the day, you flush last week, you move on to this week. We're playing a great team, and So we kind of see where we're at, to be honest with you.
What goes into, Devine the other day said he feels as healthy as he's felt, since the start of the year. What goes into that, a guy like that takes a fair amount of punishment this late in the season feeling that good health-wise?
Well, I think, there's a lot of different things recovery-wise that kids can do nowadays. They can get in, there's some recovery stuff in the cold plunge. There's recovery stuff in the weight room. It's us really stressing getting rest and us being smart at practice. I still am smart. I don't have these guys go 8 plays in a row on team stuff. It's a mixed bag with that, and it's understanding what your players, where they're at. We were smart last week, in our preparation because we didn't get an off week, and then those guys play 24, 25 snaps, which was normally about half or half of what they play-ish. But, it's just us being smart with our practice stuff, and then those guys doing a good job in recovery.